All right, back out here today with these hamsticks, and they give you a little cheat sheet here for setting the stingers, the whips, based on the band. So on 75 and 80, they say they come prepared for use with magnet mounts, or you can use mirror mounts, but they give you the approximate length. And I'm reading this on 75 and 80 meter, they're saying it's 46 inches on that whip. So I'm going to do a quick measurement from here to the end of this and see if it's roughly 46 inches. I suspect it is. Okay, and I'm right at 46. So now I'm going to use my analyzer ultimately to check the VSWR on it and see, but that's according to their cheat sheet. Now to make adjustments on this, you can see it just has a little set screw, and then you can adjust your whip in or out based on VSWR readings. Okay, and it's 46 inches. So we know now that that is 75 meter. So I'm going to inset this whip onto the 75 meter here. Okay, and since I am mounting to mirror mounts there, I'm going to be using the measurements over here on the right column here for my whips. So I did the 46 for the 75s, so we're going to go to the next one. All right, now let's start out on this 5-pack Moto Man hamsticks by Shark. And various bands. Now look at the whip stingers that they give you. Notice that 4 of the bands are all the same size. One is longer. That obviously is what they call the 80 meter, which we probably will try to tune at 75, but we'll see. I'm doubtful we can even tune this at 80, but we'll try. Now, my point is that we're going to have to cut these down. There's no way this is going to work by inserting them inside that coil. It's going to react, and we're going to have a SWR problem. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to cut these. And before we cut these, I'm going to run a test. I'm going to get me a disposable piece of wire, and I'm going to start working the bands. And when I start getting about middle of the frequency to where I think I want to be, it'll give me some indication at where I'm going to have to cut that. But to get there, I'm going to have to cut it as I go, because as soon as you get past that head, you get down in here, you start getting all kinds of crazy readings with your SWR meter. So that tells me we got some reactance going on in here. So stay tuned. I will start working on this and clipping these until I get them set. Now once I have them set, I'll try to measure them to see roughly what they are, the actual whip itself, so we'll know approximately what size is needed to give us the best coverage in a particular band. Okay, now look at this. If you could read this across the band, now I'm below 1.5 on the voice bands. And the key is, indeed, you have to trim these. Another thing is I had to make sure I mounted this way up top. I didn't want any RF interference or anything off the back of the coach. So I had to come all the way to the high point. I had to trim it, and I'll get a measurement of that. But I trimmed it, and lo and behold, I'm in good shape now, resident. Across the whole voice band, I'm in pretty good shape here, actually. So now I do have some ground radials just to see if that makes a difference. I may try that with or without to see if there's any difference in this. or not, but that seems to be what's going to be required to make these Shark ham sticks work. Is you're going to have to get your analyzer out, and you're going to have to do some trimming and adjusting codes. When that whip is pushed too far into that coil, it throws that SWR off. Another thing I've found is these ham sticks, for some reason I had to put some insulation in here. I've got just black electrical tape. For some reason when that's on there, that SWR is off also. So maybe this will help some of you out there. Like I say, I'll try to come back with either this video or some other videos showing you measurements that I took in adjusting these. All right, thanks for watching. Leave any comments, subscribe if you like.